All right, welcome to Growing Wild. Um, in case you don't know or you haven't watched the trailer video, I started this several years ago during COVID, I think, when my grandchildren and I were kind of on lockdown together, and we were building a greenhouse, and several people started asking questions, and so I was like, well, I'll just put together some videos and share. But I've been sharing videos here and kind of telling you what's going on and just doing shorts, and they've been getting a lot of traction. And I thought I would give you a little tour and kind of say, this is what we're up to. These are some things that are going on right now, right? And so this one's going to be a little bit longer video. I actually remembered to put it horizontal this time. The last time I tried to do one, I forgot to put it horizontal because I'm so used to doing the short ones. Anyway, so here we are. So a bee just zoomed me. All right, so let's see kind of what's happening so far. So right now we have the pond. The pond, when we bought the house, it had several goldfish, way too many, and five koi. And I removed several of the goldfish and left the koi. I just kept a couple of fancy goldfish, and I really liked that. And that was going really well until December this winter. Something happened. There was a catastrophic failure. I'm not sure what happened. Um, but it's been, I mean, we were running great for about 3.5 years. And then all of a sudden, it was just like it wiped out all my koi and a couple of the goldfish. So I removed the rest of the fish from the inside of the pond, and I put them in a stock tank inside of a hoop house over the winter. My son and I completely drained the pond, checked for any leaks in the liner, kind of tried to see that, refilled the pond so that it would remain with water in it for the rest of the winter. And because it was December and I live in the Midwest, and so the temperature was not going to be good for doing anything else with it at that point. So, so we did that and rescued all the fish and put them in a stock tank in a hoop house to keep them over the winter with heaters and stuff like that. So they were fine. Knowing that come spring, I would have to do something with the pond. So at this point, I have pond. I have the pumps running. The water is cycling. Everything looks like it's working okay. I did that for a little while, and then I put 13 of the goldfish in there. I have a lot of goldfish. So I put 13 goldfish in there, and they've been in there now for about a week, and they're doing well. They look happy, and so that's good. And you probably have seen that if you've seen the shorts. So that's what's going on. Some other things to note. Okay, so this is my chicken coops and run. There's a coop at each end and a run. This end of the coop is currently locked off because that's where I have all my food stored and everything. And I'm going to build a lean-to. You might have heard me mention that. That's why, because I've got to do something about that. We also have all of this space around the pond that could be great for social kind of things. So we have 3 fire pits around the pond. Why we need 3, I don't know. So anyway, so I started rearranging some things the other day. Last summer or last fall, anyway, we extended our yard out by 4 feet. So there used to be plants all along there, and those are no longer there. And so all of that is going to have to be leveled. We need to do some landscaping over there. I need to redo some of this gardening that has just kind of gone crazy, partly because I feed birds and I don't really pay attention to the bird seed and where it goes. And so the bird seed has just kind of landed there and grown. And so some of those things need to be cleared out and changed up. I don't care about the wild. I mean, I'm okay with the wildflowers. So anyway, this is where I intend to build the lean-to. At the end of that fence area, there's no gate or anything there. It runs alongside the chicken coop where the chickens live all the time. This is their run behind me, and that is their coop. On the other side of that, you've seen the little fenced-in area where the chickens can come out inside and play, and so that's good. I have 2 hoop houses. This one I built a couple years ago, and so it's been through a couple of winters and everything. It's looking a little bit ragged, but it is holding up well. And there's a stock tank in there where fish have been, the extra fish that I pulled out of the pond in the beginning have been living, and they've been very happy. But that's where I took the 13 from and put them back into the pond. So anyway, this is going to be a lean-to. And so we picked up some stone pavers to put a floor there. I'm going to put shelving there. It's going to have like greenhouse plastic on the top so that it has access to sunlight so I can see what's inside there. And then that will give me a place to store the food for the chickens and the fish and all that kind of stuff, as well as it will help block some of the wind and protect the chickens a little bit more in the wintertime. So kind of looking forward to that. And then we added this hoop house this spring. Well, actually over the winter, the end of the winter. So I just finished school. I got my doctorate. And so everybody kept saying, what are you going to do when you're finished with school? Well, apparently gardening is what I'm going to do when I'm finished school. So, so this is my second hoop house. It's pretty big. It is a 12 by 20. And so it's pretty decent size. I like it. I currently have this floor. It's not really flooring. It's actually old fencing that I laid down as a floor here so that I have a workspace. So I have, you know, all my supplies and everything are in here. I only have dirt in these beds at the moment. I have several more beds that I want to get dirt in. So that's going to be a project that I'll be doing. We have this stock tank. And if you've seen, if you've been watching the shorts, and if you haven't, go back and look, because this stock tank is looking good. It is clearing right up. So very excited about that. It had a little algae bloom, and so we've been trying to resolve that. I'm going to open up the greenhouse here because it's a little bit hot in here. It's 100 degrees in here right now. It's very hot. So I'm going to open it up so that my vegetables don't wilt, and I'll finish giving you the tour. So be right back. It occurred to me that I could bring you along while I open this. Mostly I'm just letting the air in here a little bit and so it can flow through. It does get pretty warm in here if I just leave it. So let's see. We'll do the other side too. I don't know where I'll set you for that one. We'll figure it out. Here we go. Oh, crooked. Crooked there. There we go. How about that? Maybe. Huh. Good. I have better cameras. I should really get those out. Okay. There we go. I'll work it out. Stick with me. No one claimed to be a professional here. I am not planning on making a whole bunch of money doing this or anything. Like I said, I just like to share what I'm up to. It keeps me motivated. Oh, I didn't do the zipper enough. Can't put them up. Okay, there we go. That's better. That's better. All right. Now I can attach this one. And it'll be amazing how quickly the temperature will drop. Not drastically because it's pretty warm today, but at least, like I say, the vegetables won't wilt, so that'll be nice. All right, so that's the hoop houses. This is the smaller one. So you can see I have building materials for the lean-to in there. There are still a few goldfish in that stock tank. That stock tank is crystal clear. It's beautiful. Those fish do very well. Then when we purchased the house, it actually came with another greenhouse, but this greenhouse, we recovered it several times and it kept coming uncovered. So finally, I got ready to tear it down because I was going to steal the pavers from it. And then it occurred to me that it's actually a really great planting shed at the end of my hoop houses because it has all these shelves already built into it. It has electricity in it, which is great. Neither of the hoop houses have electricity in them, so I have to run extension cords that are on the back side of the chicken coops. So that's not ideal, but anyway, so this is the old greenhouse. soon to be the new potting shed. So my husband is less than amused that I keep just keeping the extra buildings, but here we are. So that's what we're up to. And you know, I am a little whimsical sometimes. I like to try and figure out the easiest, most creative way to do a thing. One of the things that I loved most about this house when we bought it is there was a tree that had gourd vines growing up into it, and it made this really great kind of hiding place so that the grandkids could have a mud kitchen. So I'm all about whimsy and, you know, kind of crazy things like that. And so that's what I do. And if you'd like to come along, I hope you'll join while I work out how we're gonna make this a beautiful, relaxing, lovely place. And so I hope that you'll keep an eye on what's going on, and, you know, share it with your friends. And if you know anybody that has thoughts, or, you know, when I do stupid things, tell me, because I believe in learning every day, never stop learning. And so a lot of times I do things that are don't really make any sense, or I think they're gonna work, but I'm not really positive. Oh yeah, the other thing that's going on, so the chicken play yard, I don't know if you can see it back there, sorry. my glasses turn into sunglasses out here, and then I can't see my screen very well, so you'll always catch me peeking over the top of them that way. Look like a little old lady. So I'll show you this too, because this is another thing on my agenda for what we're going to do. In one of my shorts I showed you I had put a shade cloth up so that the chickens could come out into their little play yard. So this is their little play yard right here, and they could come out here and be protected from hawks and have a shady spot. So I've been trying to figure out how to have this shade cloth kind of go the length of the run. And so my husband and I came up with a plan to, we have old 3.5-inch steel clothesline poles that for some reason he decided to bring from our old house. And so we just had them sitting around not doing anything. And so we buried them in 5-gallon buckets. And so the next process is, so we put concrete in there and put them in 5-gallon buckets so we can stand them up and attach the shade cloth to that, so that it'll be able to stretch the length of the chicken run. I think that'll work out great. I would show you, but I just realized that he has all of his stuff in the garage right now, so I won't go in there right now. But when we bring them out, you'll get to see kind of what that looks like and what we came up with. So that's the thing. And so that's what we're all about here at Growing Wild, is just because I'm always growing and always learning. And like I said, we started it when my grandchildren were growing along with me, and they helped me with the original greenhouse, which was one of my favorite places ever. And so I'm looking forward to making this be some of my favorite places ever. I love my home and where I live, and, you know, I am truly blessed to be able to have it and to do this stuff with it. So come along with us and watch and see what happens. So that's all I got for today. I just wanted to give you a little tour, and I've been putting out all the shorts, and I thought I would explain some of what's going on. So have a great day, be blessed, and we'll see you soon.